It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Green Bay Packers. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. They go play action. Kaiser. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw is Kaiser. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself a beat.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The son Reddick in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's J.K. Scott now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is fielded at the 27. Look at the dance and the juke. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Nice job by the defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Watch him now, Barney. Watch him now, Barney.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Over.
3rd and long here for Rosen. And this is going to be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And give them a gain of 37. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Kaiser now to throw on 1st down. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Kaiser on first down. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. In for the score. And the Packers have taken the early lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Lets it go for Nelson. And that's caught inside the 35. A huge play there for Arizona. 47 yards.
Not the tallest receiver on the field, but he just shouted to admit that the little guy can't go downfield and make a big-time catch on a deep pass because sometimes they'll just out-scrap you for the football.
Hurry up, here we go.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. You might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. He got 29 yards that time.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
He's going to get it running right. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. A first down throw for Kaiser. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
26. Here we go now. 319. 319.
On third down, Rosen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Watching that, Barney. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Watching that, Barney.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
All right, here we go.
They'll run it with Johnson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the kick by Butker is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Flex round.
On 1st and 10, Kaiser. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. He's really putting together a spectacular season. That interception, number 11 now on the year.
And I know we're all taught that 7 is a lucky number. I'd say 11 is for him, huh? No doubt about it.
After the interception, here's Rosen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to be Packer football.
What part did they went empty set there? No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Play action now. Kaiser. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Hassan Reddick in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. Escaping the pressure right. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Ohio! Ohio!
Kaiser to throw for it on fourth. Letting one go deep for the ends. Touchdown, Packers! As his guys are in for 6. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. Wow, talk about a big fourth down conversion for the score defensively. How do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that kind of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but
it's a foot race. 20, 10, touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. 94 yards. And the Cardinals are in for 6. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
First down, Kaiser. Flushed out right. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Now a second down throw for Kaiser. And his throw here's incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Play fake. Kaiser trying to lay one up deep. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 43 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. One back in the game. That's Jones, second and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. Kaiser, third and goal. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And Forbath will put this one through, and that will tie things at 17 all. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think so.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Following the interception, Kaiser. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Kaiser now. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's got room. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Flex round! Flex round!
From the gun, Kaiser. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. Calling with a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And that's complete to Adams. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. Kaiser to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board. But give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, it's Rosen. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
Gone!
Now Rosen looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to be Packer football. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And we will likely not see another play here as they take the knee and head into the intermission all tied. So nothing's... There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. The Cardinals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. David Johnson on his way. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Cardinals have broken the tie. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down.
Flex round! Flex round!
Here's Kaiser. Forced out to his left. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Chandler Jones in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. They'll throw here. Kaiser. And the pressure gets to him again.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
Ohio! Ohio!
Kaiser. Eluding the pressure right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Ha-ha, Clinton Dix there for the stop. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And Gresham's got it over the middle. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Now he's forced out left. David Johnson here on the catch. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Flex round! Flex round!
Throwing again is Kaiser on 2nd and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Adams. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have...
But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Now let's go!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They get it to him running left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Kaiser now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go! What? 90! What?
To throw is Kaiser. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter.
Flex round! Flex round!
A 1st down throw for Kaiser. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they've got it inside 10 at the 8. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Kaiser. His throw incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win.
And the second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. Forbath able to convert the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Forbath out to kick this one away. This is T.J. Logan to return it. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back?
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 42 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10.
All right, here we go.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. They go to Johnson again. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down. There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Butker able to put this one through. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. So a special teams mistake on the field goal try leads to a new set of downs inside the red zone. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Kenny Clark in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Over!
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long.
Over! Let's go! Green, 39!
Now Rosen. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They give them a gain of 38. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Kaiser on 1st down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. In for the score. And the Packers are back within a score. It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. With it on the return is Logan. Oh, he's got some break, and he's loose again. The 30, the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. 94 yards. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. A big-time special teams play here in the fourth quarter to extend their lead.
And coaches preach it all the time. If you can score on special teams, your chances of winning the game really jump up in a big way. Now, I'll let our analytics friends quantify it and give us the exact numbers, but that's what coaches talk about all the time, that extra momentum, that extra bounce you get from a special team score.
I don't have any analytics friends. Those are your friends.
I'll claim them.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. To throw, Kaiser. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And all the way to the opposite 45. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
Flex round.
First down, Kaiser. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just break.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
It's a gain of 5 on the play. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. penalty. It's Johnson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple there as it'll leave him with a second and just 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Watch him now, Barney!
There's a 20th carry for Johnson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it with Johnson. Gets around him. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
But he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Arizona, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the LA Rams. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, it's just
train to go, my chain to glow.